spent 2.5 years serving in the Army in Iraq.
Did a 11.5-month tour in Iraq.
Desert Storm, volunteered to go to Baghdad as a replacement.
Afghanistan, Iraq, Bosnia, Kosovo, Macedonia, 7 total deployments.
The world looks a lot more dangerous to you than it did before. And because of that, it has a tendency to make you hyper vigilant, so that you're paying attention to everything all the time, which is pretty exhausting.
My wife once described me as being broken, and she was right on the money with it.
The constant battles every day, you know, with pain and, you know, depression and suicidal thoughts.
When you come home, it's hard to feel like you're really back home sometimes.
It was suggested that I go see a counselor for my PTSD. Of course, the VA system started throwing all types of prescription drugs at me for pain management, for my temper management, for my sleeplessness, for my lack of appetite.
I hit the bottom. I was drinking, using the pharmaceutical prescriptions the VA prescribed to me, and I almost died. And I got to the point where it just wasn't worth living anymore.
And due to the drugs that they had me on, the pain meds, I flatlined. And they had to Narcan me and get me off of drugs.
We're losing 50+ veterans a day, roughly 18,000 veterans a year to suicide or prescription drug overdose.
More veterans die in a 2-month period than all of the people that died on 9/11. More veterans die every year from prescription drug overdose and suicide than have died in combat in all the years combined since 2001.
Where do you think you would be without cannabis?
I probably wouldn't be here right now. In a very sad place.
I'd be dead. 100% guarantee I would have killed myself last year.
I've been sober off of opiates and heroin for a year now, and a year ago I remember waking up just crying, you know, just sick of, you know, the lifestyle I was leading. It was either I was going to die doing, you know, drugs, hard drugs, or I was going to save my life using cannabis, and that was the easy option for me.
And I was taking about 15 pills a day. And once I got started into medical cannabis, that's dropped down to 3. And 2 of those are by choice, a multivitamin, an allergy pill, and the other one's an RSO pill every morning.
With the use of cannabis, I'm able to treat my symptoms on a daily basis and function as a regular person in the world. It puts me in a place where I feel normal again, which is very difficult and doesn't happen all the time.
I don't snap on somebody as often as I would before. I can sit and think through something as to just reacting, you know, a muscle memory that I've learned from being overseas. So it kind of feels nice to be able to slow down and think about things prior to acting out, and then suffering repercussions afterwards from damages that you've caused to yourself or others. So.
It just feels good to be able to function, to be able to be a person again.
You know, we're dealing with a natural-based plant substance that's non-toxic, that has some very fascinating psychoactive effects that could be very helpful to the human mood condition. In the state of Oregon and several other states, that PTSD has been approved as a condition for the use of cannabis. Now we're getting somewhere more interesting, because now we're going beyond THC and saying, yeah, you know, something else is happening. It isn't now any longer a temporary effect. We're seeing remarkable improvements in their PTSD. They now are experiencing less triggers. And when they are triggered, their reactions are mild. What we're seeing really is truly the treatment of the PTSD by cannabis.
You could choose the drugs, you could choose the alcohol, or you could switch to cannabis and, and see that life is beautiful and it's what you make of it.
Veterans and moms, doctors use cannabis, and they use it because it's useful, it's functional, and it's good.
Well, if they haven't tried cannabis, maybe to give it a fair shot, because it's medicine, it's not just a recreational drug.
Find someone that will help you. Shoot, call me. I'll help you.
The will to live will always outweigh the ability to die.
Hi, I'm Cassie from Genesis Farms. If you need help immediately, please reach out to the Veterans Crisis Line at 1-800-273-8255. You can also text at 838-255. If you'd like to reach out to Grow for Vets, please go to www.growforvets.org. If you'd like to know more about how cannabis can help you, reach out to us at Genesis Farms, www.genesisfarms.com. Thank you for your service.